this. Is that train getting picked up? The window's open. No. Okay, cool. Right, so. Why is there no audio? Oh, we want in game. Right, okay. Still welcome.
Thank you so much for joining us here to play this digital documentary escape game. I'm Christopher Cantwell, the writer of the comic She Could Fly, which inspired this game.
I'm Martin Morazo, and I'm a comic book artist. I received an email from Karen Berger asking if I was available to do a book with her, and it was like a really nice story, and the mental health issue was pretty important to me.
The idea became She Could Fly, which
all I saw was a button saying welcome. I was like, okay, let's watch it.
Through the lens of a 15-year-old girl who is suffering from my exact form of OCD.
Hi, everyone. I am Karen Berger. I am the editor of She Could Fly. Luna is, I think, an archetype for what it's like being a teenager. That feelings of doubt and insecurity, low self-esteem, worrying about what other people think about ourselves, and worrying if we're going to make the right decision, and really just trying to figure out who the hell we are. The fact that Chris has suffered from OCD since he was a young child makes the story so much more authentic.
This is a very personal story for me, so good luck. Go forth, see if you can escape this game.
The developer saying good luck.
Me again.
Can I not complete this?
As well.
Did that fill you with any confidence?
Yeah, if he's saying good luck, we'll probably need it.
Thank you so much for joining us.
I mean, we needed it before
digital
he said it, but now we need it even more.
I'm Christopher Cantwell, the writer.
I just pressed play and it played it again, so yeah. Okay. So I skipped that video because we literally just watched it. Oh, is it? Do I? Oh, it's just a point and click. Okay, that's cool.
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I thought we were gonna do a Big Bang Theory and just
hey guys, how you doing? Tiger Orchid here. Good to see so many of you online, especially as I'm running a bit late today. Sorry. Hey chat, what's going on? I've got my caffeine fix, got my snacks. So we've got this new game, She Could Fly digital documentary escape game. All right, so we're gonna have to help each other out here.
Okay. She could fly. Oh, that just opens another web page. Oh, this looks cool though. Let me put that in chat. That's what that opened.
What is it?
It's like the person that created the artwork, it looks like.
Watch out.
Right. Just getting used to this point and click and turning around, right?
It's an abandoned house with no floors.
Okay, let's take a look. I love walking games, escape games, but I'm hoping there's no jump scares. Although I love horror games, I'm not that into jump scares.
They're just saying bad over and over again. Maybe sensitivity was too low. University of Fine Arts. Bachelor's.
Very old school comic book vibes.
Yeah.
Right, so let's go through here and take a look.
I was trying to see if I could knock like you said.
Alright, so it's not a creepy Victoriana horror house, or I think we should try the door by the pink elephant.
Door. Oh, over here.
Okay, a pink elephant, cute.
Okay. I don't know if I'm meant to be doing exactly what the game's saying or not.
Would you not open that door?
But I can't control that yet, so maybe I've got to do it in set order.
Okay, it all looks normal in here. It's a bit messy, actually. Well, look here, another comic. It's a piece of the She Could Fly comic book. But why would someone rip up a comic book?
Okay. I reckon that thing that I had back.
Tidy your bedroom, Hannah! I mean, To be honest, I'm actually a messy person.
Like I just clicked on, I couldn't do
talk about
anything. I
that.
reckon I've got to put these pieces on that.
Ah!
What?
No, I'm only joking. I'm joking. Just pretend there's a jump scare. Sorry. I hope I didn't freak you out. The chat is going crazy.
Okay. So can we put it on here? Yeah, right, okay. So I guess I'm gonna build these. Oh, there's another one there.
And another piece of what looks like a comic.
Oh, there's the other one.
Nice. You found all the pieces. Maybe you can read a bit of the comic. I'm just... The artwork
Look at this
is
professional.
beautiful.
Wait, oh, I've got to click. Oh shit, what have I done?
OCD is really interesting because
Okay, it's a video. I thought I was going to have to put answers or something.
The unifying theme is it's really about a fear of causing or failing to prevent harm to yourself or to other
There
people.
is a pop quiz
And
after
the
the
ways
end
in
of
which
this
that
video,
can
so
show
pay
itself
attention.
are really varied.
Fuck off,
So
don't tell me
worrying
stuff
about
like that.
checking things or contamination or causing harm. But the key thing is it causes people a lot of distress and takes up a significant amount of their time. It's pretty
Passing
common.
scheme is,
So about
8%
1 to
or higher.
2% of the population is estimated to have OCD.
The O part of OCD, the obsessions, are intrusive thoughts,
So
images,
obsession,
urges,
control
feelings, something that
disorder?
causes you
Controlling
extreme
disorder?
distress and anxiety. So they
Compulsive.
might be around the
Compulsive,
fear of
wow.
harming people, the fear of being contaminated or becoming ill, the fear of acting sexually violent on somebody. They can literally be about
Whoa.
anything, but usually they are against your morals or your identity or something that doesn't sit right with you, something that you fear doing. And the C part of OCD, compulsions, are
Oh,
the
I was gonna
things
tell us
that you
anyway.
do in response to the intrusive thoughts to try and alleviate that anxiety. So that can be anything from physical rituals such as tapping things, counting out loud, or mental rituals like avoiding certain situations, asking for reassurance, or ruminating.
Okay, so I clicked the top glove, so guessing we're gonna watch that here. Yeah.
OCD works as a kind of cycles. When the
Imagine
thought
you
comes
find
along,
out
for
you
me,
have OCD
I'll
by
feel
the
really
end of the game.
endangered, and because of that,
Well, after
feeling
it was
of
like you
danger,
avoid
I feel like I need to
situations,
do
that's
something
me
to get rid of
avoiding
it.
driving
So I
everywhere.
do compulsion, and for me, that's an internal compulsion. That, for a short term, alleviates the anxiety. It makes us feel a little bit better, but over time, it tells our brain, actually, you do need to do a little compulsion to get yourself to feel better. So we enter this cycle of experiencing intrusive thoughts, feeling endangered, needing to do a compulsion to get rid of it. So the cycle continues.
I was actually studying abroad in Melbourne, and it was probably one of the
Oh,
happiest
shout out
times
to
of
Aussie
my
man.
life. And then I just
What
got
is that?
plagued
What is
with
that
these
Aussie girl?
really terrifying intrusive thoughts. I won't go exactly into the different thoughts, but yeah, they were just really, really scary and made me fear my own mind.
I think OCD is like an overactive alarm in your head. It's like going around with radio fear on all the time. It really constrains your world, it shrinks it, and it makes you hyper-focused on things that don't matter to anyone else.
When I first realized that what I had was OCD, it was quite scary because I had a certain idea that OCD was just about cleaning because of the way I grew up. I had only ever been exposed to the idea of OCD from obsessive compulsive cleaners, and my mum and I used to watch it, and she used to always say to me, if I don't clean
So
my
that's
room,
what
this is
I
what's
think
gonna
about when
happen.
thinking
What
about
it feels
OCD.
like for me
Just
is
like the
that I'm in
cleaners
a boxing
and
ring
like set
and
routines.
there's someone else in the boxing ring, and it's also me, and I'm relentlessly
Yeah. But I
beating
think they're the
myself
ones
up,
that
and I
like
can't keep my
mainstream
gloves up.
media as
I
well.
think I
Yeah.
use that phrase a lot when things are just feeling overwhelming in my life, which is I just feel like I can't keep my gloves up, I can't keep my guard up, and so you just end up on the ropes, and I continue to feel like I'm being pummeled, right? And that my mind is being relentless with me.
Okay, hotspots to find. We found 2 out of 5. Is there more on here? Oh, change page. Right, okay.
obsessions can
she
take
could fly.
a host of
OCD
different
people can
forms,
fly?
which is why
What?
sometimes it's hard for people to realize they have OCD. It could be someone worried about causing an accident, like forgetting to turn off the stove. It might be someone
Don't.
with
I
urges
did.
to arrange
Before
objects in a room until they
I'd
feel
come
just
back,
right.
and obviously
It
you had
could be
already joined
feeling the
Discord,
urge to
I had
compulsively
just had
urinate,
pizza.
and I'd say
When I
that
went
the
down to get a
ones
drink
that
before
the
starting
public needs to
stream,
know more
my
about
oven was still
involve
turned on.
obsessions with themes about contamination and germs, symmetry, order, or
You
causing
fell asleep with
inadvertent
your oven
harm.
on, didn't you, as
Often
well?
kind of
Oh, but yours
think
turns
of
off.
intrusive
Mine's.
thoughts as a
People
kind
taking a
of
nap.
spam email. So all of us kind of get intrusive thoughts. It's
Mine
not
doesn't
common
just
to
shut
OCD.
shut
So
off
while
though.
we're
Mine
walking
just
around,
keeps
we're
going.
constantly being bombarded by these spam emails. And most of the time we've got spam filters active. So we kind of, on some level,
Normally,
recognize
I'm
that
too
the thought
like
we've had is not really relevant to what we're talking about right
anxious
now.
about doing stuff like that. Like before I go to bed,
Occasionally,
I
some
walk around the house
spammy
making
thoughts
sure
will
I
kind of
open
work their
myself
way
before I
through
go
to our
So I
inbox.
don't do
and they can
any
be
of them. Like I
mislabeled
don't
as
go
high
check if I've
priority.
closed the
You've got to, like,
doors.
deal
I
with this
should,
right
but I don't.
now. And that trips up a lot of people when they start worrying compulsively about something.
I should make sure I
that
go
they
shut my
take
back door.
a
My
sort
bad,
of
too confident.
benign, spammy, intrusive thought and start to prioritize
No, I should
it
really
and
go
treat
close
it like it's something
that
that
door though.
really is important
A
and does
fucking
need to be
cat
dealt
keep
with
next
there and then.
door's.
My first
Cat
memories
keeps
are when
coming
I
into
was
my
8 years
house.
old. My dad had just died, and I remember I started to get these really anxious feelings. And by touching things, touching door frames a set number of times, saying phrases a set number of times before I went to sleep at night, kind of took away that
Okay.
fear.
And that's why it's very important that people get the help at the right time, because OCD is like a bully. It is waiting for you when you wake up. It's constantly there, nagging you, telling you to do things, and the bully tends to grow and make more and more demands as the OCD tends to grow and gets more complicated.
There's
Hope
pretty
there
much
isn't a
always
quiz,
like a
or I'm
really
screwed.
meaningful link
Personally, I think
between the
one of the tough
obsessional
things
thoughts that people
about
have, the thoughts of
OCD is
harm occurring, or
probably
the
like,
intrusions,
how
and
do you
the
know if you have
compulsions that people
OCD
do.
or if it's just something
If, for example,
you do?
you're having obsessions that you might
True.
stab a family member across the dining
Like
table,
that habit probably
then the
seems
compulsion
normal
might
to
be
you. Like,
to
oh yeah,
sit
I
further
push the
away
door
from
to
that
make sure the door's
person,
closed, but I'll do
or
that 4 times
to
just to
not
super
be
make
anywhere
sure.
near a sharp knife.
Like
If
When
those
you
are
lock the door,
obsessions
do
that
you
might
check the
blaspheme,
handle?
You might do rituals of trying to push those thoughts out of your head,
mine doesn't
to
have a
pray
handle,
for
but I've pushed it
forgiveness.
a couple times.
My
Yeah.
first
Okay, I was
experience
about to say,
with
whenever I lock my
OCD
front door,
was
I always hit the handle like
when
3 or
my
4
mum
times
would
just
go
to be like, yeah,
work
it's all good,
as
and then
a
walk away.
teenager. If she wasn't home by 8 p.m.
Well,
every
that's the only thing I
day
can
and
really
it was
relate
like
to.
10
But I
minutes
think that
late,
a lot of
she was
people
10
do
minutes
that.
late, I would flick switches, I'd be
Maybe.
super anxious. And
Yeah,
I
I'd say that's
remember
not
one of
common.
the biggest compulsions I had as a teenager was I was doing some
It's like
exercise
if
at
I'm leaving the
home
house
and I was
and I
doing
did some
some
ironing, I'll
Mm.
go and touch
lunges
the iron
and
to see if it's
I was
warm or cold
counting
before I
reps
leave.
in my head, and anytime I got an intrusive
I
thought, I
won't
would
go
start the
touching
rep
it if I've
all
used
over
it,
again. And
just
the
in case
next day,
the
my
fear of it
knees
being
were
too hot,
bruised purple
burn
because I was
yourself.
Tap,
compulsively
tap, tap.
exercising, and
No, I
that's
just
when I
leave it
knew
on top of
something
like
didn't
the
feel quite
stove,
right.
When I
so at least
was
like obviously that should
12,
be heat
13,
resistant
my mum
anyway,
got
so
a
I
brain
might be
tumour,
fine up there.
and my OCD kind of manifested
I do
in,
that too, but I need to
again,
make sure.
trying to control everything, but I never knew anything
I
about
always do
OCD
worry
during
though,
this
even
time.
if like I know it's
Absolutely
unplugged, but I'll
nothing.
get out
It
and be like,
waxed and
oh,
waned.
I did turn it
Up
off and
until I
unplug
was
it,
like
right?
24, this is when I was diagnosed, I had really bad health anxiety. I was convinced I was going to die, and no one could tell me otherwise. I ended up having to go to a psychiatric hospital and stay
Oh
for
shit.
3 weeks. And that's when they diagnosed me with OCD. I was doing so many compulsions to check for illness.
Oh, okay, there's more down here. I saw it with my own eyes. Okay.
Compulsions can also involve other people. An example of that might be is reassurance seeking or excessive reassurance seeking, where people might ask their loved ones repeatedly whether their hands are clean, whether they did something inappropriate, etc. So that can become very compulsive and very time-consuming and interfering as well.
When I was 19,
Okay.
I looked it up, unwanted intrusive thoughts or unwanted
Oh, it's
scary
finally put it
thoughts.
in Discord.
And I found out that there was a thing called OCD, and there was a nickname called Puro for people like me who were experiencing these intrusive thoughts, but who were only using kind of mental, invisible compulsions like thinking over and over a past event, ruminating, worrying,
What is this game?
and seeking
It's
reassurance from
OCD.
others. There were people who were doing these things, but not washing their hands, not counting,
Documentary
not
type
tapping,
game?
not switching lights on and off.
Yeah.
People are often not quite sure why they're doing them, but they know that they do reduce their anxiety, and
I think it's
that's
meant to
the
be
first thing that
educational.
they want
Yes,
to.
it's meant
act on.
to give you knowledge and information around OCD. And it's a puzzle type game.
Okay, well, that was pretty moving stuff. And they were real people. Okay, can you hear that lock sound? Or someone's trying to tell us something.
How do I get
All right,
there?
let's get out of here.
Oh, the figure there, okay.
Sweet freedom. And I'm getting quite hungry. Maybe we can stop for some pizza or something. Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Well, we're back.
Okay, so the
that
loop
old
begins.
chestnut
Oh,
whisk.
that's new.
Okay, Magpie. It's knitted. I wonder if she made it. One for sorrow, two for joy, isn't it?
Shit. Did you keep an eye on stuff, Bush? The only thing out of the ordinary that I noticed straight away.
No, I
Oh,
didn't.
they want us to find the comic pieces again. Oh, of course they do.
Oh,
Okay, all right.
okay, thanks for
Let's try again.
telling me.
Okay, back where we started again. And back in the lounge.
Music's changed.
So we know what we got to do, right? Collect pieces of comic and put them on that pimp thing.
Oh.
Pink elephant move faces.
Yeah. The music's changed.
What does it say in this notebook?
I'm a failure.
I
I'm
guess
never
it's
enough.
Hannah's?
I'll let everyone down. Jesus
I'm a
Christ.
failure. I'm never enough. And I let everyone down. What? Hannah's being a bit hard on herself.
Okay, there's no pieces in here.
Okay, here we are. It's a letter.
For-
What does it say? Poor Hannah. Yeah, I feel sorry for. I have a heart. I have a heart.
We regret to inform you, you're not successful getting entry in MA in Fine Arts. But you have limited places. Try and develop your own styles further. Okay. Oh, there's one bit.
Okay, so it looks like these pieces are from a new set of pages.
That looks the same. Yeah, okay, so the patterns aren't changing. Oh, I see another one.
Oh, she loves her knitted birds. Look, a funny looking chicken. Oh,
What?
come
You
on.
can
No, no, come back, please.
Love
What?
how it was a picture of a peach.
Was I not meant to come in here? So you made it to level 2. There's reassurance, but wait. I'm here to retry it. Okay. Collect common pieces again. Then watch the documentaries. They will get you what you need. Have you found the kitchen yet? No. A bread knife is hidden in the art. No.
Keep breaking into the kitchen in our own house.
Okay, you know what you need to do. You've done it all before. Okay.
Look, I love
Oh,
the
okay,
tea
just-
bag, but now's not the time for sitting down. Come on, let's get on with the game and we'll have some time for something else after. I don't know, what do you think?
I assume one of the paint pieces
Minecraft?
there's a knife.
Forza
Use that to
5?
break in the kitchen.
Nah, actually, I prefer 4. Maybe Forza 4.
Oh god. Nothing. No. Right, we've already looked at that one. Oh my god, sensitivity is so fast. In the pitching it said, didn't it? In the pictures.
Yeah.
No.
There was more pictures in the hallway as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got a bit in the hallway.
That's if we didn't misunderstand it.
I was about to say, yeah. That's the same. That's the same. There's no pictures over here. Maybe we misunderstood it. Okay. Huh. What? Oh, I didn't mean to click on that. That door's closed. Oh! Oh!
Ah, a kitchen. Right. The kitchen is key. This
Oh, we didn't
card.
need a button.
Who is it from?
So you're fine. I'm taking you. I'm not really sure. You never seems to help. Go around in circles. Last school was 3 hours. I'm not sure, Dad. Come visit you soon. Truths or myths? Uh-oh. Maybe there is going to be a quiz.
Okay, the hunger is kind of real now because I kind of feel like sweet chili.
Well,
there's some bread over there.
oh, we've got to click on it. Truths or myths?
toast.
OCD, neat freak. OCD can be treated. We're all a bit OCD, broken. I feel like we're all a bit OCD is a fair comment out of all of them. Can OCD be treated? I thought it was something you learn to live with compared to treat.
I think you're thinking of like, can it be treated or can it be cured? I don't think it'd be.
Oh, right,
cured,
yeah.
but it can be treated.
So what would you reckon? We do OCD can be treated?
They're a mixture, so I think it's a case of you click it and it tells you.
Nothing happens. Maybe we've not. Maybe I'm a bit too far ahead. Oh yeah, it's something about the bread.
How does Darth Vader like his toast?
Why is it red? Oh, we needed a knife, didn't we?
Sorry. Okay, one more. What did the toast say to the psychic? You read my mind.
Read my mind. Oh God. Reminder. Oh shit.
It's a big
grand on an electric bill, yeah.
We're getting good at this. Well done, Team Tiger.
Oh,
okay.
there's
Do
a
you
knife.
like that picture? I like it, but it. What is it? It's called "The Knife in the Stone" by Neymar. Hold on, that doesn't look like a sword.
It's a
what
knife.
does that look like to you? Oh my god! It's a bread knife in a stone. That is so funny.
Do we not need to get it? Sorry.
Hashtag sponsored by Monster.
If only. Can I? No. What? I can't. Can we not? Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe we're just looking for, because it was to get in the kitchen, right? But we're in the kitchen. Maybe we just look for the last puzzle piece.
Oh, we've got all the puzzle pieces. On the news, it's pretty crazy. Okay, what we were watching this time?
I think what's really interesting is that from studies, we know that if
We were
you
just
if you
talking about
write
this.
down or get a list of all of the different intrusive thoughts that people experience, and if you ask experts to distinguish between the intrusive thoughts that someone with OCD has and the intrusive thoughts that someone that doesn't have the disorder has, we know that experts can't distinguish between them. So if we're all experiencing these intrusive thoughts, and the content's not different, the thing that is different is the meaning that we give to those intrusive thoughts.
I would say feeling stuck in a loop with OCD genuinely feels like hell to me. Like, if I had to envision hell or purgatory, it would be a compulsion, and I just feel like every fiber of my body is burning, my hands are sweating, I feel anger, and I just feel nothing but distress. And as a result of struggling with OCD, I have struggled with some severely low moods, and it has taken me to really dark places where I would rather just not exist than be stuck in this tornado. It's like there's a hotel that I want to enter, but I'm just caught in the revolving door, and it's really frustrating because I just want to check in and I just want to get on with my day, and I can't. And then all these other people are behind me, but these other people are like all the other thoughts that are now coming in, and I can't let these thoughts flow through because I'm fixated on this revolving door, and it's just a blockage between my normal thoughts and me wanting to progress with my day, and I feel like I can't, and it just feels too painful.
Okay. Oh, where's my mouse? Hello? There we go. So you're allowed to say the word crazy, but to make sure uncomfortable. I say unusual, cool, or whatever. Opposite OCD and anxiety.
Fear and fear
Okay.
responses are absolutely vital for our survival, but anxiety is as well. Anxiety is, at its core, an evolutionary adaptation to us understanding threats that may be occurring and helping us to evaluate how to take action.
So my kind of fight-flight system will switch on. I feel really hyper-vigilant, like I need to look out for danger, like everything's going against me. Physically, that feels like my heart racing, sweating, feeling quite claustrophobic, feeling quite stuck, and needing to kind of get rid of this feeling that's horrible.
So we don't know exactly what it is, what causes OCD. It's probably a mixture of things. So genes explain probably some bit of it. The environment explains probably a lot of it, and then people's experiences can also play a role. Sometimes it's very clear. So I've seen people, for example, where their OCD involves lots of checking behaviors, so they find it very difficult to leave their house. And when they were children, their house got burned down because someone forgot to turn the cooker off. Sometimes
What the fuck were we just talking about?
Make that link, and it makes perfect sense why people get quite preoccupied with these kinds of things. But sometimes it's just completely random.
Yeah, it's been like 10 signs of her in a month. That many, that's great. Unusual. I don't know. Capture imagination. Okay. A lot of true myths around OCD. Okay, I reckon this is one we really need to pay attention about.
When kind of famous people are saying that they're a bit OCD, it's so offensive. It's unbelievable that people can do this. You would never say this about any other things, like, oh, I've got a tiny bit of cancer. That's great because it makes me thin. But with OCD, people think it helps them to keep their house clean. It's stupid, ridiculous, and makes me very angry. Anyway.
People don't even know they have it because there is such a lack of knowledge around it, and people are ashamed of thoughts they'll have or little compulsions or obsessions they have that, they're frightened to tell anyone they know or even a doctor. So the myths that minimize OCD are particularly harmful.
I think that shame and that embarrassment comes from the fact that we just, you know, we don't talk about OCD enough. We don't talk about the dark side of it. We don't talk about the taboo intrusive thoughts, the embarrassing compulsions. And we need to talk about those more to normalize them, so that when you say to somebody, I have OCD, they don't respond with, oh yeah, me too. I really like my house clean and tidy. They respond with,
I could get
oh my
how
goodness,
that's
awful.
quite
I'm really
hurtful.
sorry to hear that. And they really take it seriously.
Harm thoughts can be, sometimes people fear causing accidental harm. So that's where you're worried that, you know, you might leave something like the stove on, something dangerous on at home. So there's that kind of fear of accidental harm. There is the fear of people causing purposeful harm. So this can take the form that you see with Luna, where you might worry or have thoughts. You might just have these images of harming people that you love the most, in the most gruesome ways.
Or that you're going to be to blame for like a mass incident of harm, or that you have harmed, so that you see a newspaper article that says that there's been a school murder and that you worry that you were somehow involved or somehow to blame or somehow caused it.
OCD seems to turn what the sufferer finds most objectionable into obsessions, then vilifies the sufferer for having them. So people with OCD are naturally people of good conscience. Because the disorder leads them to doubt their goodness, they perform rituals to compensate for any badness and to prove their obsessions are not intended.
I think that the important thing to really understand is that OCD is the opposite of who you are. So it's the opposite of the values that you hold. It would be the loving parents that develop OCD around harming their children.
As a society, we tend to really get confused about this a lot. There's a huge difference between thinking something and doing it. And this is what scares a lot of people with OCD. Just because I've had a thought, does that mean I either want to do it or might be capable of doing it or have actually done it and I can't remember?
So no one with OCD has ever been found to actually act upon their compulsions and obsessions and do something really bad. It's just that they're so fearful of that thing that they feel like they need to do everything in their power to make sure it doesn't happen.
The reason why I want to work with people with OCD is that they tend to be the kindest and best people in the world, because they are so afraid of any harm. They're always nice and gentle people and wonderful to work with. So that's the common theme you see.
We've got one more video, it looks like. That's what I think, right? Just start refreshing here, chat. What is it? Impacts of the stigma.
Stigma is grounded in the stereotypes of society, and stigma involves sort of separating others from us, and it can lead to distancing. So when people think that they don't want to be friends or neighbors or work with people of a certain group, and that can lead to large-scale inequality.
You know, there's nothing positive about being OCD. OCD is debilitating and it steals people's lives away from them. And so when there's OCD jokes are made, it really kind of trivializes the severity of the condition, and it perpetuates the stigma, and it makes it much more difficult for people to open up and to talk about OCD and to seek help for their problems. Helping decrease stigma is massively important.
More powerful stuff. Wow. Okay, we've watched some videos, we've learnt some things. Great. Wait, what was that noise? Did you hear that guy?
Oh, the knife now.
It's the bread knives. Oh, so every time you watch the film, something unlocks. Let's face it, a bread knife is far more useful than a sword in this day and age, I think. Okay, I know that kind of sounds like I've confessed to something. Please don't get me arrested. Look, I just want some toast. I'm hungry. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Toast, toast,
There's
toast,
already
toast.
cut bread.
Ah! Toast, 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 toast. Yeah.
All of them are
You
turned
burnt the
on.
toast. Oh,
What?
what a genius.
What was it?
We need to do something about that alarm.
What do I do about it? I can't.
Okay, can we just switch off that alarm?
How?
Try switches. Just try the switches. Just try all the switches.
What switch?
Look, I just make it go away. That again. Do it. Can you do it again? Keep trying the switch. Ah, thank goodness.
Okay.
Okay. The door has got a load of writing all over it. Okay. What are you supposed to do though? Okay. What does it say?
What? I don't know if that's truths or myths. Oh my god, cat, stop. Let's take a step back. What's... Can't... Stop! I think it was no break. Betrayed a little bit. Broken.
Wait, is that a washing up sponge? No, I'm pretty sure I put bread in that toaster. Wait.
We've got to
Is
clean
that
the
how
house.
we make sponges? Great. We have a sponge. I'm not that much into cleaning. Anyone else feel compelled? Be my guest. Oh. All right. That door with the writing on it. Have we got to do something with that? Well, hey, nice one.
Yeah, I
Maybe
thought it was
we'll
much.
actually get to leave this time. How did the hacker escape the police? He ran somewhere. Yeah, he ran somewhere. That's right. You like that one? Okay, yeah, we're free. I want to go to the cafe and get some. Oh no! Back in this corridor. Again.
Destruction. That was cool. I like that art style. Oh, what? Sure. Okay.
Loop-de-loop. Loop-de-loop-a.
Nothing's changed here. Oh.
Okay, we need to find what's going on in the. What is that? Is it
What
dangerous?
the fuck?
I don't know. I mean, it's not coming at us with fangs or a sword, so I guess it's okay. Not scary, just unsettling, and it's floating.
Drawers of lost things.
Floating things. The drawer of lost things. Ah.
Okay.
I feel like I want to crawl into a drawer like that sometimes. It's actually made for me.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Sometimes. Tiger Orchid coming to you
fuck
with
was
her
that?
emotions. No, seriously, I'm actually sharing.
Oh, it's Glenn.
Okay? Team
Well,
Tiger.
I was Discord
Oh,
at
no,
first.
okay, no more
So
emotions.
confused. Oh no. Don't make me do a memory puzzle. Oh, all these. Yeah, these are changing and moving. It's definitely interesting. It's cool to learn about it.
Hannah's notebook again.
Okay.
Do I love
it?
Ash? Do I love Ash? Do I love Ash? Reasons I love Ash. They like comics too, loves dancing, horror film fan, loves nature docs. Reasons I don't love Ash? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Shame.
Oh, really?
I reckon this Ash person is going to be a history soon. You're going to be sure, right?
That's a new door. Oh, what the fuck?
I understand what I'm seeing is supposed to be water, but does it resemble real water? No, it does not. CJ water, you know, it's tricky. Any ideas how to stop the tap running?
Yeah, light switch.
Comics and water do not mix. Who would do that?
Yeah. Would they get a bit too real for you, then?
That post on the wall.
This is new.
What's going on? It's a nice poster, but yeah, there's a bit missing.
Oh, this is a part of the the musical game, Red and Green. Does anything happen when I do red and green? Okay, now I need to find the rest of the part.
Oh,
Sit
I see
down.
you're going to put your feet up again. Oh yeah, that's fine. Let's take a little bit of a break.
Don't know, it might be something over here. Anything? Oh. So proud of you. One, two, three, that's what's... Yeah, I can get that. Definitely come full circle, you're not wrong. Every day, it's just toast to take victory. Okay, those documentaries moving forward. Any more, or is that it? Okay, that's
I'm going to be honest. I feel a bit left out when you go in there, wherever that is. I hope that doesn't sound too needy.
Any in here? I don't know where the rest is. Oh, this door's not locked. Oh, it is locked. Huh. So we've got 2 bits so far. Where's that last bit?
Oh, this is wild. I like this.
What the fuck?
Oh, the walls are cracking. Ah, it's a quake! Ah, everyone get covered!
No. Let's stop that. Oh, I had a fire alarm.
That was pretty fun. I like that. A flood, a quake, the spooky monsters. Well, after quakes and floods, it's time for another sit down. Let's see what's going on with these films.
Hey, let's have a little looky. After furniture, propped up, 120 miles an hour. Unfortunately, July, let's go. 300 feet in the air. Revelation continued to die in the connections. I thought we were gonna watch something. What if it's a terrorist thing? I need to work on something. There's your everyone's information hotline. So again, hold it with the little thing. Right left finger. Push it into your right thumb. Okay, so be very precise with that.
It seems like Luna's putting her pin in her finger and doing it in a certain order and twisting it around as kind of a compulsion and something she has to do in a certain order, which I can relate to because when I'm doing compulsions, it often feels like I need to do this part first, then that part, I need to ask this, and if they don't reply that, I need to ask this, or I need to move this in a certain way. And that sense of trying to do things in a certain order can make you feel like your anxiety is going to be reduced. And then if you don't get to do it in that order, it feels like you need to start everything again, which is why for so many people, OCD is so time consuming.
I was only diagnosed with OCD when I was around 16, but I can think back now to being 7 or 8 years old and probably showing symptoms of OCD which I kept very hidden, which a lot of people with the condition do because of the fear of the embarrassment or shame around it. I can remember certain rituals that I did when I was around 7 or 8, which revolved around, I guess, seemingly innocuous things like the microwave being on and having to do a certain dance or a certain tapping ritual before the microwave finished, or eating food in a certain order and counting and thinking that something bad would happen if I didn't do that.
So if children are kind of presenting with OCD symptoms, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to go on to have chronic OCD. For many children, it's just a passing phase of doing rituals, and that's pretty normal to grow out of that. Also, though, however, children are often worried about disclosing the thoughts too, and they might not always be that great at being able to articulate what the thoughts are. So you probably tend to notice it more in their behaviors. So tapping things, touching them, blinking, lining up toys at night. These are some of the rituals that you might see much more in childhood than in adolescence or adulthood.
It's shocking. I mean, sometimes people wait 17 years. There is data showing that people might be getting help when they're in the late 20s or mid 20s or something. For some of these people, they've had OCD since they were children.
Okay. Seems alright. Keeps everyone safe. You know, in the air. Thoughts are gone.
The pink elephant paradox to me is the idea of your brain almost involuntarily does things without you even realizing. So, for example, when people hear "don't think about a pink elephant," the first
I wondered
thing that pops
what
into
the
your head
pink
is a pink
elephant was
elephant.
about.
And that's one of the best ways to describe OCD. You tell somebody to stop thinking about a certain kind of thought, but if the thought worries you and the thought is alarming, it's going to keep being thrown at you. Your brain will make those decisions, those pathways stronger and stronger.
The pink elephant paradox, it's almost like having an itch and someone telling you not to scratch the itch, and now you're just focusing on scratching the itch.
I just got to a point where I was in a room and I just couldn't get out. Everything was too scary. Going to make a drink was too scary. Going to eat was too scary. Going to do anything was just a nightmare.
Sometimes, I mean, it will take hours out of my day, and then there's some sort of recuperative period that will also take hours. I mean, even yesterday I had some trouble where it pretty much ate up my entire morning, and then after feeling some relief or release from it, you know, through medication or other mechanisms, you know, then there's the recovery period where I just feel very internal and quiet, and then the whole day's gone.
Physically, OCD feels just completely overwhelming of your entire body. It consumes everything. Your brain is on a 24/7 repeat of itself, just going over the same thing over and over and over again, trying to get out of this impossible maze. It just becomes completely debilitating. You can't think about anything else. But I also don't, it's never stopped me from going out or anything. I'm a very extroverted person, so I like to go out with my friends, and that still is just a distraction. But even when I was with those friends in a really dark spot, not listening to a word they're saying, I'm just getting as drunk as I can and trying to forget what I'm going through.
Over the years, I've built a kind of toolbox of things that can help me get out of it. I think that first and foremost is distraction.
Oh no, this is horrifying. There's more than one of them. You might be cheap, but you are also nasty. Fear, Monza, frenzy.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh my god, there's loads of them. Oh shit, I can't remember that. Red, green, blue, yellow. Red, green, blue, yellow, green, blue. Red, green, blue, yellow, green, blue.
Oh yes, that's like it. Yeah! This is fun. This is fun. Look, I'm not the greatest dancer, but it's the effort that counts, right?
Oh.
No stuff on my toes. Right, we better go and check if the door is open. We can get out here and go clubbing for real, buddy.
No. Hey.
How many times have you been around now? 3 times?
Oh, this is a no painting. What am I? Okay.
Okay, we must be close to the end. If we loop back around again,
That's
I've lost
fine.
control.
That's the same.
What? We have to get out of here.
They're the
I feel
same.
so tired of this now. I just want it to stop.
Same.
Okay.
Oh.
Is this a joke? Just as I thought I wanted to leave, you make it look fun? Oh, and it's the notebook. Let's see what Hannah's thinking now.
All this badness
I didn't want
inside
to
of me.
contaminate anyone with all this badness inside of me. Oh, that's heavy.
It's very heavy.
Oh, that little elephant statue has changed again. I love
Is
it.
it? Oh, what? This is the elephant, right? Okay. Locked. Oh, that's new.
What's this?
Because it's so
Crow, or
darkness.
is it
the light
raven?
from the
I mean, I don't want to worry you all, but crows symbolize death, danger, misfortune,
Okay, this is normal. Oh.
and illness.
Oh, it's not going. Oh. It's Mama. Hurry, please answer your phone. Is this changed? That's the same. That's not getting rid of it, shit. They're the same. They're the same. Okay, I'm missing something.
Okay.
Okay.
We got some money. Let's get this show on the road. Yeah, that's right. I can do a posh British accent.
What's that?
Woo! The comic pieces are in the game, and that's pretty fun. Come on, get to the comic piece.
I like that.
Do it! Do it! Do it!
Oh, too far. Oh no.
Yeah, okay. Well done. Nearly there.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Is that a mole?
Success. They're back.
Oh, okay.
Quick. Let's get the comic pieces in place and go watch the films.
Oh fuck, they are all back. I think about my parents every day. I think about cutting up cats and eating them. I think about diving a socket wrench into my grandmother's mouth. She said, to my nose hands. Jesus fucking Christ. I burn myself on Thanksgiving dinner. I really shot my dad in the face. I think about something. Shooting puppies in the head until they died. I think that telling everyone Jesus was a homo. Fucking hell. I think about eating someone's vomit until I vomit. Pulling your hair, being you and calling you a whore. How much it makes me feel terrible. And I know one day I'll get back there. I'll lock me away for the rest of life. I've never told anyone this before.
When Chris first sent a script for that story, and but checking that page, it's like, wow, that is some word balloon. I don't think I ever edited a story that had so much dialogue in one balloon, but it was perfect.
When Luna's in the car talking to Verna and finally just says all the things that run through her head, to me, that was a scene where I wanted to show how overwhelming that really would be to someone who's not suffering from something like this. Like if someone were to say, which they often do to people suffering from something like this, like, just tell me what's wrong, or it can't be that bad, or what is it? And you really were to take the cap off and open up and tell them everything, it would completely overwhelm them and maybe drive them away, which I think is where the shame element comes from when it comes to this type of OCD or OCD in general.
I think that, when someone finds a therapist they can really, that understands and can hold that space for them and they feel safe, they can finally, say these things out loud, which might be the first time they have ever done that. And I think, that's represented in that speech bubble where she's kind of letting everything out and kind of telling someone probably for the first time what's been terrorizing her in her mind.
So at the point when my OCD was at its worst, which was around the time when I was at university, so from age 19 to 22, I became completely housebound because of OCD. I had lost all sense of my independence. I completely relied on others 24/7. My friends were essentially carers at the time because I couldn't do anything without the reassurance from others. And it reached the point where it was easier to just stay in the house, often just stay in bed for days on end, because the fear of confronting OCD and getting out of bed, it took too many hours.
That is another page, okay. That whole blurb was crazy.
It was only at a point during university where I started to see the severe impact that my mental health was having on my family and on those closest to me, where I thought, okay, well, I need to do something for them because I'm not just wasting my life now, I'm starting to really impact on my loved ones. And that's when I went for a course of cognitive behavioural therapy with exposure and response prevention. that was the course where I really absolutely gave it my all. I threw myself in at the deep end. I did the scariest, to me, exposures.
CBT is cognitive behavior therapy, and it's the type of therapy that we offer at our clinic. And the reason that we offer it is it's an evidence-based treatment, so it's been proved to work, and we know really clearly it works really well with OCD, and we're going to help.
Fish, listening to this, I wonder what Joji would feel about this game.
Response prevention.
Be interested to see her take on it.
Ingredient in it, so it's about helping people to face their fears. The best way to get around an anxiety is to face the thing that you're afraid of. So if they're worried about contamination, we might be encouraging them to start to sort of touch more surfaces and discover that nothing bad happens to them or people around them.
So you can also empower parents who have young children. So when I say young children, 5 to 12-year-olds,
I would have thought she would, because she deals with a lot of things, doesn't she? So
and help the child to overcome.
I would be interested to see someone
So we also need
that
to
does
be
this
kind of
professionally's
creative
point of
in
view
how
on
we
the
do
game.
these treatments.
Out into the scaffolding, my voice telling me to jump to save everyone around me. You can always talk to me about anything. What makes my group tonight? You don't have to talk.
I was very, very lucky to get referred for CBT with the NHS, and I had about 18 months really intense therapy, and I came out and was really well. I thought, wow, I'm cured. Whatever that was, everything's all good. And then a couple of years later, my mum's brain tumor came back. And I had a really big relapse. So unfortunately, she died. And I think it was a mix of grief and OCD. I took a job at Marks and Spencer's, and I took it in the store operations. She
Oh,
said,
so this is a
customer
UK-based
assistant,
game.
or would you like to be store operations? And I was like trying to play it cool, trying to be really,
Or at least
well,
she's
you
from
know,
the UK, at least.
which is kind of more fun. And she said, well, store operations is really hard. You're involved with a lot of the health and safety of the building, you know, locking up at night, checking the ovens are off, all sorts, make sure the fridges and freezers at the right temperatures. And I was like, oh. And she said, if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
There shouldn't be any ads, Namo, just the pre-roll in, because I can't disable them. Are you getting ads throughout the stream so far as well?
So there was a fantastic therapist called Dr. Reed Wilson, and he's based in the States. And I'd read his book, Stopping the Noise in Your Head.
The only ad she should have got was just when the pre-roll. There should be nothing else.
We basically use Marks and Spencer's as a training ground. He looks at OCD as a game that you can win, but you need to know what OCD, what its tricks are. You need to know kind of how to play the game and how to kind of outsmart it. In my head, it's like this self-talk and kind of leaning into that fear. And I use that with all sorts, with learning to lock up on a night, learning to look after the fridges and freezers every time they went off temperature. And I got really, really well. Very functional, and could lock the store up by myself.
There's a line from a Nick Cave song that I really like, where he talks about, I leapt into the abyss to find it only came up to my knees. And that's what you're trying to do in therapy, is to get people to sort of face their fears and find out that the thing they're afraid of isn't actually going to happen.
That was so interesting. So much stuff I didn't know. Oh, I'm so over these creatures. We need to get rid of them for good. Face your fear. Face your fear monsters. Oh, well, we can't do that if they don't have eyes.
So what does that mean? We've got to give them eyes? Oh, wrong button. No, resume. Oh, draws all lost things.
Oh, I love love googly eyes. They're so useful for so many things. Okay, so what do we do with these?
I'm liking the game so far.
That was hard, but I think they're gone. We did it! Yeah!
Okay, they're the same.
This must be it. We faced our fears. We're finally getting
No,
out of here.
it's
We did
getting
it!
worse.
What is this cold, dark
Assumed
place?
as much.
What did we do wrong? We're trying so hard. Try flicking the switches or tidying some messes.
There's no switch lights down here, was there? No. Yeah, this is like
Okay,
showing us.
that's unusual. A phone box in the room? Let's just keep
Oh, I forgot to
focused.
turn the cam on. And
That
then I'll
phone
just
box
turn
is
it
a
off
red
when we
herring.
put the videos on.
Look, it's obvious. It's literally red. It's a letter.
I actually
What's
got
it
into
say?
Comic-Con.
Congratulations.
Looking
You're going to be
forward.
exhibiting at Thought Bubble Comic Convention. Your artist application has been successful. We cannot wait to see you in November. Your biggest fans, Team Thought Bubble. I mean, that's nice, but
That's
I don't think
cool.
she should go.
Why?
There's a lot going on that she needs to sort out in her flat. Like keeping those monsters away.
So, the streamer that's talking us through this is the OCD and Billy, I'm guessing. She's definitely
Oh, God.
controlled. Oh,
What is
the
that?
fuck?
There's a tape across the door. We're stuck in the room. It's probably for the best. Yeah, it's probably for the best.
Why is it for the best?
Going out, seeing people. That's so 2019. Let's just stay in here, or at least in the flat, and we can make toast. What's that?
What was what?
Did you just see it fly under the door?
Oh.
It's a card. What does it say?
I know you don't
Man,
want to talk
Ash
to me
is
right now.
such a loser. Look at those heart symbols. So lame. And what are those other weird symbols? I don't think Hannah loves Ash. I'm saying it. I've called it. She needs to ditch them, right? I know
No.
what. Let's call up Ash and ditch them. Or
No.
text them. So,
No.
you don't have to talk. What should we do with the scissors? Let's get out of here and dump Ash. Yes.
No.
Let's dump their ass. We don't need them.
No.
Ignore the phone box. It's not
No,
gonna help
I'm
us.
not ignoring
The
it.
switch thing works, doesn't it?
Call our help. 3, 6, 9.
I'm sorry, the number you dialed is no longer in operation. Please dial the new number. Repeat, please dial the new number.
The new number. What's the new number? Oh, that's new.
Okay. It's got Hannah's name on the jumper. She's knitted it with
cannot
no
see me,
face.
I do not
Hannah,
want to see me.
perhaps you are a bad person after all. Perhaps she's the evil here.
Chill the fuck out. Okay, locked. That's still
Oh,
the same.
I do love that elephant. It's getting bigger.
Let's get away from
and-
this person.
And bigger.
Let's see what it tells us this time. Since it was 8, in fact. 34, Jesus Christ. Stayed hidden. Knitting stops the thoughts. Okay. Oh wait, knit for hours. I can't bear to see my face. Okay, you are loved. Reach out. Who reaches back. A bit ash one at. Any more? Are we good? Okay, we're done here. Oh, there's post-it notes. Dear Hannah, you need to know I'm not going to lose you. I'm going to pick you up tomorrow to take you to see the doctor and take 2 weeks off and stay with you. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. Things will get better, I promise.
Another card. Let's check this out. So, we need to keep that person safe because if they come in here, they get hurt by the monsters. You see those symbols? Ignore them. They won't help. So, if Banya knocks on the door, we'll ignore them, but flick some switches to make sure they're safe, right? Okay, cool. We've got this. Come on, let's ditch Ash, then we can just go to bed and sleep. Or put the disco music on? I think it looks like Hannah is a bad person. She is the enemy.
3, 2, 1.
This is such a clever game. We thought that she was a hero.
I know it might not feel like this right now, but there are treatments that are effective for OCD. You can get better. This doesn't have to be a life sentence. OCD thoughts can be utterly overwhelming, and it can feel like you have no space in your head for anything else. But there are treatments that work, and people who can help you recover. I understand that these thoughts might make you feel like you're a bad person, but you don't choose those thoughts. They're part of your OCD and they're not part of you. These thoughts aren't your fault, and you deserve support to help you recover.
Okay.
That's enough of that now. I do not want to listen to that anymore. Oh, wow. I like that the colours come back. It's,
Because we reached out. And the music. Class was defined. Can you cure OCD?
When Luna talks about the intrusions becoming whispers, that's exactly what we kind of, would expect within OCD treatment. So the aim is never to get rid of the intrusive thoughts at all. It's to change the meaning that we attach to them and the interpretation of those thoughts. And once we do that, those thoughts can be there. They can be in the background, and naturally over time, that paradox occurs where they do just become a whisper.
The comfort zone is a huge lie by OCD, that you've somehow been convinced that you're comfortable because you're feeling anxiety. It doesn't make much sense to me. Surely, I think there's that saying, life begins outside of your comfort zone, and that applies to everything.
The other thing about rituals is that they're often fake friends. So they promise people, if you do this ritual, I will make you more comfortable, or I will make you more safe. And actually, they don't do that at all. They just maintain the sense of threat. So they promise a lot and deliver very little. It's a fake kind of comfort, really.
So the one thing we shouldn't do is put a split in services, and particularly my own profession of psychiatry, we put a split at the age of 18. So if you first develop your OCD at the age of 16, even if you get a diagnosis, you'll be picked up for 2 years by a child and adolescent mental health service. And then it's a rather chancy affair as to whether you'll be picked up seamlessly by an adult service.
How do we deal with such a debilitating disorder? And I think key is having initiatives to increase awareness. I think in schools, when I was a kid, I never knew what it was. I was 8 years old and I was touching door frames every night. I was turning lights on and off like a disco in my house.
For me, the most important thing for people with OCD now would be timely access to good quality treatment.
We also need to make sure we train enough professionals in offering these treatments, because at the moment the problem is that up to 50 or 70% of people that get referred to treatment get the wrong treatment, And that's due to lack of training among mental health professionals, because there are very few people that are properly trained in treating OCD using cognitive behavior therapy.
One of the really rewarding things about working in this area is that on a daily basis we see people getting significantly better or completely better, and it's entirely possible to do. We've got some really great treatments. The therapy works really, really well, and if you put effort into it and really push yourself, you can make huge progress with this.
Luna is obsessed with the flying woman because she recognizes a freedom in what this person is doing and a liberation in what this person is doing. And if there's anything that Luna is dying for at the start of the story, it's freedom and liberation. Obviously, it's from her own mind. And she soon discovers that the flying woman is looking for the exact same thing. That for some reason flying has stuck in her craw as a possible answer to her own mental struggles. And there is something just so kind of iconically and symbolically liberating and freeing about flight, right? It's how we look to birds and how we use airplanes and all of these things, and Superman and all of these kind of comic book things that we've seen in iconography. It speaks to an ability to be free from the shackles of gravity and reality in a way.
And for Luna to be able to take that leap, both, metaphorically and literally, is a huge moment for her. And the joy and the exhilaration that she feels when, she can experience that is a beautiful thing.
The biggest bit of advice that I would give to somebody experiencing OCD or somebody who thinks they might have OCD, I think just speaking about it and finding people who understand and who don't react in the way that you think they're going to react to any intrusive thought you might tell them can genuinely be life-changing.
Best piece of advice I can give to someone with OCD is that OCD, like anxiety, is a wave. It goes up, but it has to come down. So ride out the hardest part of it, even as tough as it is, because it does come down, and the more you work on your recovery, those waves get smaller and smaller, and recovery is inevitable at the end of it if you put the work in and look after yourself.
When you get the right and proper help and you surround yourself by the people that love and care about you, you can rebuild yourself. And one thing I've had to learn to realize is that I'm not going to wake up one day and suddenly be happy. That's not how happiness works. Happiness is a skill I've had to work on.
I feel like over time I've been able to navigate through it. And it's just a case of giving yourself compassion and just making space for those uncomfortable feelings, because there is no end goal to be fully healed or resolved. I feel like that's a bit unrealistic. I think that's the beauty of life, kind of navigating through a journey.
What was that about destroying the comfort zone? Where is your comfort zone? It's Ash. Get rid of Ash and your mum and your friends. You don't need any of them. You will ruin their lives. The only way to keep them safe is to ignore them and keep them out of your life.
Oh, the elephant's alive now. Oh, we can't do anything with it yet. That's not...
Ah, yes. Okay, back in the kitchen. So...
Oh, that's no.
Look! Another bird, an eagle. I think we can put this in the bin.
Bright, bright, I saw something I do. Trust the bright sky.
Okay, peanuts.
Is
So
that
we can
food
eat
stuff?
those rather than the toast, I guess.
I
Yeah?
love them. Okay. That's cool.
That's not good.
Oh.
Let's get back in the bedroom and have a sleep. Let's keep focused and we can play something else soon. We can do it here. We don't have to leave.
Can I take more than one at a time now? Just ignore the voice.
Oh my god, we don't need to feed that elephant anymore.
Yes, we do. You ain't telling me what to do.
It's getting bigger. That's dangerous. Wait,
Oh god.
you're destroying the comfy place. Stop it and get back to the switches. We know that works. Can you just stop that? Flick the switch. Dump ash. Tidy up that mess. Flick the switch. Dump ash. That trapdoor is going to be, we need to stay. Oh, don't do.
What did we do?
Hey, Taika Orchid. This is Hannah. Thank you for traveling with me. I know you've been trying to keep me safe, but I'm not listening to you anymore. This might not be goodbye forever. I may hear your voice again, but my voice will be louder from now on. You are now a whisper. Don't be scared. I'm going outside now. Mum, Ash, Ness, Banya, my comics, and my life. They're all waiting for me.
How did we do it?
Long.
Oh,
Loneliness
okay.
flows like acid fluid, sinking while you're playing happy tunes, struggling to make another move. Nothing seems to put you in the mood. Smoking to forget
I
you
really
got
enjoyed
the
that.
blues. People seem as shallow as a wound. Never thought that this would be the truth. Sadness spreads and you
It's definitely interesting.
tears soaking, pillow full of sea salt. You were once the bus to the bee hut. Rarely seems you lost what you need most.
Honestly, yeah. As we said when we was talking about this at the beginning, OCD, I always just put towards the cleaning and like the tapping on the doors, the light switches. Never thought of it in anything else, and like as they described here, the voice is getting louder, it's controlling you and trying to tell you what to do. And the only way to try and deal with it is to not listen to it and try and overcome it. That's what I took away from it anyway. I wonder what would have happened if we only listened to the voices, like if the game would play out differently.
It's so important for people who have lived experience of OCD and other mental illness to read a story about somebody like themselves and what the experiences are and how they navigate that and how they get through that. It's complicated and it's uplifting, I think, as well. And that's, I think, the beauty of the story and what Chris and Martine have been able to achieve.
Thanks again for playing the game, and don't forget to pick up the comic books to find out what happens in Luna's story.
There's an actual
For me in the
comic
story,
book for
flying is a form of relief or freedom for the main
That's
characters.
cool.
In my life, what I look for in terms of relief or freedom is not happiness, but peace of mind, real peace of mind. Peace of mind is very important to me, and it's something I'm always striving for. And I hope that by playing this game or reading our story, it helps you find some peace of mind as well.